whether it's victimization, worthiness, whatever the case may be, it usually has to do with lack. So it's just really, really exciting to see that there's that type of result when you work on yourself and you begin to see your reality reflect back. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, feel happy that the hater is worse, but it's just it's just an indicator to allow you to see that you're making progress. So when you can look at that and recognize what's happening, get excited, because that vibration of excitement is an emotion that's all intertwined with being able to ground that resonance of high energy, of light, which allows you to attract more experiences that have the ending result of excitement. So when you begin to see the signs, be excited. Be like, oh my goodness, it's working, it's happening. And it's already happening. You guys already experienced this. One of my teachers, Jim Self, he always says this, I'm not teaching you guys anything, you guys already do all this stuff. The idea is to point out all the different things that you're already doing, and it's all going to come to a point of empowerment. When I say empowerment, I mean empowerment, meaning power from within. We're going to start with empowerment, understanding these structures. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the research that I do, some of the sponsors that I have that support this work, which is making it mainstream. And that's going to show you the validity of how real these sciences are on a physical level externally. Once you grasp that concept and understanding those truths, all of a sudden we're going to go inwards and we're going to peel off layers with the external energies that are around us. And then as we peel off all the layers, it's just going to be you, just you. You can feel your energy clear. And some of you are experienced meditators who practice this, who do your due diligence, and know what you already feel like, so it's great, that's awesome. So we're going to get to that space of feeling just you and then mastering ourselves from there by adding on layers of light, layers of divinity, and focusing on key emotions that naturally come with the understanding of these layers of light. So we're going to talk about that. And it's going to be like an open forum. This is not about me, it's all about you and your experience, and speaking about what you've experienced, because you'll get excited, and you're like, oh my goodness, and you want to remember it. Well, to solidify the memory, to set a point of reference, we're going to be able to have a little break. And we'll have an open forum type chat where we kind of go around and whoever wants to share can raise their hand and you can literally say what happened, just to solidify what happened. That way you can recall it. So having that physical, actual act of being able to express it, I find solidifies it in a way where once it's articulated, you can then tell somebody about it. And just by telling somebody about that experience, you're going to find that resonance comes back, just like that. So that's why we're going to have an open forum to share a little bit between each other and stuff. So a little bit about what I do is I travel to all the different sacred sites all around the country, and I collaborate and network with a lot of different other researchers who do the same thing when it comes to connecting with magnetic ley lines, going to fault lines that are radiating lots of biophotons or bioplasma, and just radiating all this activity on an energetic level. And just working with these people, these other researchers, I've found that when I appear, I happen to have exactly what they need, and they happen to have exactly what I need. Like magic. It's like, oh wow, I need to do this right now, and this is what I have, and this is what I'm going to do. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, for the last 5 years, I've been doing what you just wanted to do. And here's a transmitter. And it'll be a transmitter that's anchored to all the geometry, the geometric sites of all the vortex sites from the Glacier National Park, Sedona, Joshua Tree, the Redwood Forest, the Grand Canyon. That's just that side of the map. Then there's the Bermuda Triangle, the Appalachian Mountains, New York, and the higher Appalachian Hills, and Niagara Falls, and Chicago, and there's all types of stuff. So they're all connected. And then there's researchers from different parts of the world that are also doing the same thing, and we're all in the same wavelength that when we appear, it's manifest destiny. We're like soulmates. We're like, hey, it's sweet. It's awesome. We exchange. And it just happens to be exactly what we need. Perfect place, perfect time, right person, all the time. And that's what happens with the technique that I've been working with when it comes to voice. So going to all these vortex sites and experiencing the energies there, I was able to anchor transmitters that have been programmed with intentions of only being able to transmit high vibrations of light from a higher plane, a fifth dimensional perspective, or a really, really high light quotient that only transfers. So being that I've been working with these vortex sites, I find that after connecting these vortex sites, I'll call the scientists or whoever's monitoring these sites, and they'll tell me about the differences in their pictures that they take, or the differences in what they're experiencing when they walk through these places. And a lot of these places are public places because they're well-known phenomenons, and people come there to experience that type of energy and shift. Well, just going there and doing that, 2 weeks later, people were experiencing phenomenons just beyond belief, where people would walk around and they're in such a high vibration, because once you connect them together, it creates a big portal. So they'll walk through this vortex, and they won't even know, but they're levitating 2 inches off the ground. Or they'll take pictures, and there's anomalies of actual beings sitting there, and it's just like streamers, outlying beings that are sitting on a bench in public while people are all walking around. So there's so many awesome breakthroughs that are just coming through. Afterwards, I like to show some pictures just around this device here on what happens when you supercharge this thing. Literally, orbs appear in such beautiful colors, constellations, that is just, I've never seen anything like it. So it's time for us to literally be aware and use these energies in a beneficial way, like the shamans or the medicine men, like the Native Americans do when they initiate their healers. Is they'll bring them to these vortex sites and literally bless them and actually give them a vibration of truth, aligning them, their belief system that is, to understand the receiving of it. So these vortex sites literally assist with removing density and also adding extra light. So if you want to think of light as a conduit or a source of information, because it holds lots of information. In fact, a biophoton holds 4 megabytes of information. That's a lot of information. So when you're uploading that much information, you're literally taking on new concepts, new belief systems, and you're rewriting your belief system. So it's like reprogramming the software in your hardware, which allows you to be a stronger conductor. And so that's what we're going to do with these energies. We're going to feel the unification of all these different sites, and then we're going to notice the difference. And this thing is already running. These are generators right here that produce raw energy in the sense of chi, if you will. If you want to think of martial arts and chi, where people go into the woods and they gather energy from the earth and from nature, this right here, instead of having to do that, it literally generates that. So instead of having to dance and do all this stuff, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's beautiful, but instead of having to do that, every breath you're taking right now, if you take a moment to just feel your body and just see what you feel, because this room has been charging since I got here while I was setting this up. So right now it's charging with this raw light, so there's no intention in this energy yet, and I have my transmitters here in my hand, and we're going to put these transmitters on these devices. Now the beautiful thing about these devices is I find that it's amazing that this actually works like crystal Wi-Fi. It actually replicates the signature frequencies and information that's within any element, meaning I could put iron on here, and the element of iron and frequency that will be in the air. And you'll be breathing in iron, and it'll be going through your body. But instead, we're going to be working with crystalline energy, which allows you to enhance the receptivity between all of your neuroreceptors. Information is going to flow a lot more easier. Visions may occur, and all types of stuff. So, if you don't see anything, there's no problem, nothing wrong. But a lot of people do experience a psychoacoustic phenomenon, meaning they'll activate the brain in such a way that they can literally have visions inside themselves as if they're outside of their body, but really you're just deep within. So you'll understand how the communication works on that level. So, if you could, take a deep breath. Take a moment to feel your heart. And as you feel your heart, see yourself standing there inside your chest, a little mini you. Take a look around. Look around outside of yourself, from your chest, from your heart. And as you feel your heart, as you see yourself there, being aware of being aware, may you feel your head while you're in your heart. Very top center of your head. Deep breath. You need to allow each breath to expand in your head. And then you allow the vibration in your heart to sync up with the vibration in your head. Allowing the mind and the heart to be in oneness. Deep breath. With the next breath, may you bring your awareness, expanding from your head to your neck. Moving into your shoulders. Feeling your chest. Moving into your arms and into your stomach. Into your pelvis and fingers. Deep breath. Breathing into your legs. All the way to the tips of your toes and out of your feet. Flowing into the earth. To yourself, connecting to the core of Mother Earth. Grounding yourself. And as you remember this feeling of being present in your body, feeling grounded, and you breathe your eyes open. I want to get the conceptual stuff out of the way real quick about these geometries that you are fully present. This is known as the architron. It is made of 60 different arcs, and they are measured by cubits, which is a Greek measurement that holds significance and resonance. And these arcs are tubes, titanium tubes, which are extremely light. And being that they're really light, has an effect with gravity when it arcs. And these arcs are actually bent to a specific ratio that actually resonates to a frequency that's aligned with the Fibonacci sequence. And the connector pieces, they're made out of crystal silica particles and epoxy with, what is it called? Acrylic. The same type of acrylic that makes bulletproof windows. And the reason why we use acrylic is because it has a plastics type of sense to it, where it becomes static conductive. So when these arcs are together, they create a sphere in geometry. And how this geometry was deciphered, the inventor actually took it out of the Bible, from the verses of Moses, and read the verses that had to do with the Ark of the Covenant. And this man's very in tune and was able to see the geometries of the measurements that were depicted through the Ark of the Covenant verses in the book of Moses. And he developed this art piece, as he'd like to look at it as, which is a very powerful resonator. Right now the room is charging with this energy, and this thing by itself literally picks up on the sound and energies around it, which then, through entropy, collecting and expanding and contracting and consistently building, the energy's been developing and charging inside of this thing. In sound, everything vibrates and everything is resonating with sound, literally reverberates inside of this thing. So your voice, your aura, your thoughts, which resonate in a conscious frequency, are being picked up by this thing, and it's bouncing inside infinitely. It's going to continuously build. And because titanium is of a high resonance, and because of the lightness of it and the arcs, it's actually fine-tuning your auric field, your energetic systems in your body. If you play a Tibetan singing bowl or any type of crystal singing bowl around this thing, and if you're very familiar with the sound of it, and you memorize the sound, say it's F sharp, D or C, you know the sound of it, you play the bowl around this thing, what we found is it actually sings at a higher pitch and sings longer. So it's very fascinating what this thing does just by being in the space. We're working with pyramid technology. These octahedrons here are geometries. For every pyramid that's built in the world, underneath it there is an actual structure, like an upside-down pyramid, that shadows it, which is holding a resonance that's really aligned with the physical aspects of nature. So when you have these octahedrons placed, aligned with north, they're actually creating standing column of waves, natural vortexes. So right now we have 6 different mini vortexes, and with these arcs on top, it's bending the standing column of wave and charging the arctron as well, the big pyramid underneath. So right now we're going to be charging this thing, and it's consistently charging. We're going to put on the transmitters and charge it with crystalline energy. And take a note of what you may feel or sense. There's no wrong or right way to sense. You're not supposed to feel anything, but if you do, it's great. Just make note of it and see what happens. Be playful. Anybody notice anything subtle at all? Very cool. My entire body just started tingling.
My lips feel a little tingly, just on the outside.
Very cool. Each breath that you're taking right now per square inch, it's very condensed with life force energy right now as it's filled with space. And just by putting the crystals on, it literally just broadcasted that energy of the crystals and the intentions and all the vortex sites into the space now. Instead of having to hold the crystals, it's now in the air and going through your body. So you'll notice like a sense of washing. So let's take a few deep breaths. Charging ourselves with this crystalline energy, pure love and light. We're now going to turn on a second type of device, which is known as a mirovector. This device actually harmonizes chemtrails in any type of chaos. Some people don't believe in chemtrails, but there's a reason why these trails of clouds left by airplanes get so big and look like big clouds, and it's because it's trying to mask the UV rays and all the light that's trying to get to the Earth, because there's information in the light that comes from the sun that actually assists with transcending thought forms and releasing density. So there's also programs in these chemtrails that literally when light hits it, it shoots off holographic informational fields that intertwine with people's DNA and all of DNA and all the fabric of matter. They're known as nanofibers. This actually allows those chemtrails, as well as EMFs and anything else that may be not of you, to literally separate, segregate, and allow insulation between each one of those frequencies or information fields. So you're going to notice a sense of soft flow kind of just washing over you. It's going to, like I said, peel off layers. the external use of these energies and technologies are going to peel off the layers so they can be open. And then from that space of openness, you then have the opportunity to take advantage of clearing it very, very easily. It's very simple. So, I'm going to turn this on and just feel your body. A few nice, long, deep breaths. Circulating the inhale, the exhale, counting both. As you feel each breath, simply allow these energies to move through you. As it moves through you, it's taking away whatever is not needed. It's a process. Nice deep breath. This also rewires and activates the circuitry within the skull. It's a 6-point star that sits within the skull. And with this activation of the Merkaba within the skull comes the alignment of the biorhythm of the brain syncing up with the biorhythm of the heart. And then after syncing up, it then matches with the biorhythm of the earth. This device is also radiating over 5,000 different algorithms that have to do with harmonizing the environment. This device by itself emits a field of 200 miles in diameter. If you want to think of a Magnum flashlight when you first turn it on, at first there's a wide field or a wide coverage of light that's dim. But when you begin to continue turning on the Magnum, it condenses the light to a focal point, condensing all that light to a bright eye, if you will. Well, we have a scalar antenna. It's connected to all this technology. That's condensed that field of 200 miles wide into a 12-mile wide field. Dense scalar fields, radiating pure electrons, full of information of all the algorithms that align not only the human body, the energetic fields of the body, but also the environment. And beaming into the Architron, as you know that it reverberates sound, it is charging the Architron now. Each second that passes by is getting more condensed and dense, beginning to radiate in all directions, amplifying the field beyond 12 miles. Would anybody like to share what they're experiencing right now? Being a connoisseur of vibration?
Kind of feel that I'm going back and forth, but then I notice I'm not really moving. I just feel like I'm kind of swaying.
Yeah. And the combination of all the vortex energies and crystal energy and Scalar energy. Pyramid energy.
A little pressure in my head, like maybe when you mentioned the 6-point area in the brain, it's almost a discomfort.
Continue breathing, allowing it to flow. It's flowing things out of you. You're going to notice that it's going to move things out of different parts of your body for different people.
I feel the softness.
Just recently, working with the gentleman in Minnesota here, we actually discovered that this actually raises the general vitality of the human body. We actually measured a person as a test subject, and this field started off at 280 out of 1,000. And within 5 minutes being within the space and breathing, just with the Architron, not with that setup and the setup here, we noticed that it went up to 350. And then after another 10 minutes, all of a sudden it went up to 480. So we're going to go to 1,000 tonight, so you can be excited. All right. Now you've noticed the difference. Feeling your body. There's no wrong way to do it. There's no wrong or right answer. Just play. How often do you give yourself the opportunity to actually play and experience these different types of energies and vibrations, and really take note, it's like a point of reference, of how you sense things. Some people feel heat, a breeze, a sway. It's very interesting. Be curious about your senses, and you'll notice that they will activate. Say hello to your body. We're going to work with the rose technique. It's a very powerful tool. It's very popular. The rose, just by visualizing your rose, you can visualize this now as I speak of it, right before your eyes, 18 inches out in front of you. This is going to allow you to command any type of intention into this rose. For the rose, just by envisioning this rose, it holds a frequency of 16,000 hertz. And that rose is actually the Bulgarian rose. Just by envisioning this, you're already emitting 16,000 hertz. So as you see this rose before you, give the command to this rose to gather up all of your energy, wherever you've left yourself. And notice what the rose is doing. The feeling that comes with the intention that you've set in motion. You may see streams of thoughts wherever you might have left yourself or projected yourself into the future. Things you may be looking forward to or dreading. Things that you might regret in the past. All of it is being neutralized by the high frequency of the rose. The rose represents peace, reminding you of your inner child. Deep breath, allowing the rose to finish. You may absorb the rose, next breath into your chest, to your heart. Seeing the mini you in your heart become bright with all of your energy. And notice your presence now. So you're fully here now. And you now see a second rose before you. As you see the second rose, be any color you'd like, give the command to this rose to gather up all energy within your space and all energy that is being directed towards you that is not aligned with your highest truth at this moment in time. Deep breath. Any thought forms and emotions that have been directed towards you in the past, expectations, beliefs, ideals that may have been true before, may not be true with you now. Your highest truth. Allow all that energy, that resonance, those filters to be absorbed. And as you take deep breaths, notice what is happening. What do you feel? You may notice a sense of clarity that is beginning to emanate within your field, in your space. With the next breath, allow this rose to fully complete and finish. And then you now explode the rose to fireworks, particles of light, sending that energy off into all directions, back to the original senders. It is important that we gather our energy, be fully present, and clear our energy to feel our signature frequency and resonance. May you remember this feeling of only you, your energy, your truth. For what we are going to do next is going to amplify your field, and if you have any sticky residue, you'll also amplify the projections of whatever residue is filtering your field. As you feel your grounding cord connected to Mother Earth, may you feel a green tube coming up from the core of Mother Earth, moving up your spine, coming out of your head, fountaining, making a fountain all around you, making a sphere, a bubble. As you feel this green energy, feel the nurturance of Mother Earth. Allowing the feminine aspect, feminine energy, creation, to balance the polarity in your field. May you now feel and see a golden white tube coming from the sun, coming into the top of your head, coming out of the tip of your spine and creating a fountain, creating another sphere. Gold and white light merging with the feminine energy, the green energy, blending together in oneness. On 11-11-11, the core of the Earth anchored what is known as the Earth Star, emitting a vibration truth that is so potent, it's not been on the earth for millions of years, known as the Christed energy, the template, the Christed matrix. As you see the core of the earth emanating the star, and you see another golden white tube coming up, connecting to the tip of your spine, connecting to the first chakra. As you breathe, allow this bright, luminescent cord, Christed energy, to move into the second chakra. Deep breath. Moving into the third chakra, the solar plexus. Moving into the fourth chakra, to the heart. As you feel your heart anchoring that resonance, allowing the heart to be the access point, the center of these spheres. And you allow the next breath to bring that energy up into your throat chakra. Allowing it to set there, feeling the integration there. Moving into your sixth chakra, the third eye. Moving into the seventh chakra. The next breath, allow this to move into the eighth chakra, 8 inches above your head. The soul star. With the next breath, you move it up into the next chakra, the ninth chakra. With a nice, deep, powerful breath, allow the ninth chakra to burst that Christed energy into the sun. Feel the connectivity of the Earth star to the solar sun. And may you now call that energy back from the sun, back into the ninth chakra. And notice what is happening to your field of energy as you internalize and integrate these energies, unifying all aspects, the feminine, the masculine, and the Christed Son of which you are, as an S-U-N, a beacon. The next breath, bring that energy back into the eighth. Into the seventh. Into the sixth. Moving into the throat. The fifth. Going back into the heart. Going down to the solar plexus. Going down to the sacral, the second chakra, the dantian. As you feel the internalization of the solar Christed energy here, the powerful breath, shoot that energy back up into your heart. Rewiring lots of different circuitry in all of your energetic systems. From the Christed template and matrix, allowing you to co-create now the Christed fields in light. As you breathe the Christed heart, allow the expansion of this energy, pure love and light, to emanate, to expand the spheres, creating a third bubble. Deep breath. Merging the green and the white light of the sun. As you feel the unification of the Mother and the Father, you are the sun, the beacon, merging into oneness, the Christed matrix. You may now give the command to these spheres. Begin to spin. The green will spin clockwise. 10% the speed of light. The Christed matrix will spin clockwise. 10% the speed of light. Pure white light from the sun will spin counterclockwise. 10% the speed of light. As you see the Mother and the Christed sphere spinning clockwise, The father sphere spinning counterclockwise. Feel the resonance of 10% the speed of light. Deep breath. And notice what is happening. The speed of light. May you now give the command to spin at 30% the speed of light. Deep breath. And you notice this resonance of 30%. And you give the command to move up to 60% the speed of light. "60% the speed of light." Feeling the integration of all these energies. May now give the command to bring the speed back down to 30% the speed of light. Deep breath. % the speed of light. And notice what just happened. Notice the texture and vibration. And you give the command to spin back down to 10% the speed of light. Deep breath. Nice and relaxed. % the speed of light. As you feel 10%, notice what just happened in the acceleration and deceleration. As you feel 10% the speed of light, as your spheres are spinning, your vortex is spinning, and you give the command to activate all platonic solids within the spheres. You don't have to know what they are. Give yourself permission to allow your higher self, the aspect of you that is fully aware, that guides you for every step and breath you take, to activate all platonic solids within the spheres. Deep breath. You now give the command to the spheres to spin at 30% the speed of light. Deep breath. Nice full circular breath. spin at 60% the speed of light. With the next breath, get the command to spin up to 90% the speed of light. Deep breath. And then you notice what this feels like. You set a point of reference. Remember what this feels like. So you may return to this space, 90% the speed of light. You'll notice that each emotion aligns with the speed and vibration in light. You're excited, happy, passionate, enthused. You'll find you'll be naturally in this resonance. Just holding this vibration at 90% the speed of light, in these spheres, naturally you're diminishing and flowing out of you. Density. And in the density there's information, trauma, lower thought forms and habits. And as you notice these tendencies, these reactions, these patterns, these traumas, know that it is leaving you. And remind yourself not to engage with these thought forms. For if you do, you'll find that you'll be stepping in the way of your own flow. And if you ask why you feel ailments, dis-ease, discomfort leaving different parts of your body because of stored tension, you will relive the experience. And that will echo into your space. So know with certainty that it is leaving you. You may breathe your eyes open. Deep breath. Holding that vibration, 90% the speed of light, with your eyes open. Holding a conscious meditation, with your eyes open. Notice you still have the feeling. Just holding this vibration consistently and consciously is a walking meditation. The idea is to be able to be in meditation at all times, as the monks would say. For as you hold a consistent vibration of truth, it allows you to be masterful with your reality. Let's take a moment to solidify the experience. Would you like to share as we are all in 90% the speed of light? We can move from the left of the room to the right of the room. That makes
what you had said, you were feeling like you're vibrating and you're moving, but kind of look down and you don't see anything, but I feel like there's a vibration happening.
I got that too. So just, I felt vibration through everything.
Do you feel like you need to be?
Yeah, in my fingers and especially in my, yeah,
Still.
Yeah, cool. You have to take any drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, or drinks or shots. It's good feeling.
Yeah, I feel a detachment, that it's a vibratory feeling, of a resonance. And I'm really feeling of kind of a home feeling, I guess. And I could put a word to it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt really like this energy that just swayed. I could feel the energy in this room. It's just really incredible.
Yeah, it kind of fine-tunes your senses.
Yeah, it just seems like my sensitivity had really increased.
I'm interested in hearing what you have to say.
When you first brought it up to 90, I just got this nasty pain in my back, and I just kept feeling like if I don't sit up straight, I don't know what I'm going to do, because it just felt like I needed to totally sit up straight, maybe for flow or something. And then the second time it came up, my visual was like a lettuce spinner, those things that you put the lettuce in and then I don't know, it goes around and the water sprays everywhere, and it's like everything's just leaving, except for what's needs to be here.
Exactly. Very cool. Cool to have visuals.
I felt like I could hear the bells of Notre Dame, and it was the most natural thing. I could hear something from way over in another continent here, but I couldn't reconcile it, and it was this, how is this happening kind of fight until I surrendered to it a bit, and then I got very warm, but it's still, I could just hear the reverberations of church bells from other areas for some odd reason.
I also had the spinning thing going, and it was more like not so wide as a salad spinner, but very cylindrical or vertical, and all the stuff just flying off it, and very warm and vibrating. So it's cool and happy.
Yeah.
I felt really happy.
You notice the sense of certainty, ease, peace, serenity, all those vibrations just come naturally in that vibration. So to not be attached to a specific idea or experience of the past, or some type of just thought, emotionally, just by giving the command to spin at that speed, you'll find that you'll be there in that space. People around you who are more sensitive than they know will respond in such ways. So you're reminding them and everybody else who they are at speed.
My forehead felt like it wasn't there. I'm sorry. Well, the third eye, I could feel this pinpoint of energy, and then it made a box on my forehead, and then it felt like it was gone. And my feet, oh my gosh. Actually, right now, I can't feel my feet. They're sleeping. Oh, God, in a shake. And my hands fell asleep. And I also felt that pain in my back. As soon as you said that, I said the same thing. I'm like, if I don't sit up straight. But when I sat up straight and breathed in more, the pain went away.
So this is a process, so you can allow it to integrate, internalize, and the more you are aware of it, just by walking around and visualizing this, you will literally attract your vibration and truth on steroids. So that in itself is extremely powerful. My teachers himself, he has a course known as Mastering Alchemy. I'd like to suggest his courses. He has lots of free tools. His website is known as now masteringalchemy.com. And very, very articulate, very straightforward, cut and dry, very linguistic. His tools work very well. So what we just did right there is a summary, kind of like a compact version of a lot of his techniques all integrated into one singular meditation here. And the reason why we're doing this is because it's really important for us to align our polarities with the feminine aspect of ourselves and the masculine aspect of ourselves, and to feel our personal power, our divinity, the sun and light that we are, the love that we are. And defining your actual true essence and vibration of truth, when you do that, all of a sudden you become so bright, just you. It's like, it's me again. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like, you're like, I don't even feel like me. It's because you've been somebody else the entire time for so long. So just by feeling this and remembering that you've actually locked these in place now, they're there. Now that you've done it, they're there. All you have to do is just remember that they're there. And give the command and notice how simple it is. With your command, you have to try, just set the intent and breathe into the motion and allow it to flow. So just doing that allows you to have a sphere, like a bubble. But the next procedure, the next process we're going to do is going to crystallize this sphere, if you will. It's going to allow this sphere to be solid and condensed with light, that if anybody tried to come near you that has negativity, they're just going to, probably not going to want to talk to you, or, like throw rocks at you, as Jim Self would say. But in that case, you can just be amused and just know that it's working. Wow, this is happening. Whether this person knows it or not, he's seeing a truth that he needs to release right now because I'm reflecting so much light that he has to let go of it somehow or some way. It's just a matter of him acknowledging the process. And right now, people are awakening to love so fast that a lot of times they'll just be like, why am I getting mad at this person? If you just find the truth of the matter instantly, and you're helping that process. So now we're going to move into the practice with voice. Working with voice, having these structures in place allows you to become extremely superconductive. Talking superconductive at room temperature. Now, lots of quantum physicists out there, nuclear physicists out there, are trying to replicate that same exact type of technology with minerals, with different devices, and it's extremely hard to do. They're still trying to figure it out. But the body is capable of doing just that. Up and down your spinal column, your chakras, the nerve plexes, let's just imagine those as conduits. And when you raise the Kundalini, all of a sudden they're going to create a circuitry. On the right side, it's violet, and on the left side, it's pink. So when it goes up, it's going to go into each chakra, come out, spiral up, and then as soon as you hit the top, it's going to come back down, spiral, and then go into the earth. When that happens, it's like a surge of energy just goes off in every direction, and you become highly charged, electrically, magnetically, and spiritually, ethereally. So just doing this with the structures in place allows you to have such a solid foundation of your truth that it's going to amplify your truth in such a way that it's going to attract your truth, your purpose, your mission, your goals, your abilities, your opportunities that assist with allowing you to recognize who you are. So with this process, we're going to use a specific type of tone, or rainbow tone is what it's known as. When I learned this tone, I did it naturally. I just started doing it by myself because I was just led. I started remembering myself. You're going to find that all of a sudden you're going to start doing things naturally that work. I thought, wow, this feels good. You're just going to do it, no matter what anybody says, because you're in your truth. When that occurs, you're going to go around and you're going to meet people doing what you do that feels good, and you're attracting people in that same wavelength of experience that will actually know what you're doing. They're like, wow, you're doing this and this and that. Where'd you learn that from? I don't know, I just started doing it. That's crazy. I had to go to school for 4 years to learn that. It's weird. Weird stuff like that. It's exciting. So when you're attracting those type of results, you actually see the universe reflecting back what you're doing. And it's exciting to see that you're walking into these things almost in a sense backwards. You're like, oh, that's what I've been doing the whole time? Because you get the logical, scientific answer of how the energy is actually working. So it's exciting. So this rainbow tone, that's what happened with me. I started using this tone not knowing what it was. It just felt good. And come across yogis, different practitioners in the fields of sound. And they're like, oh, wow, you're doing that. That's incredible. Where'd you learn that? It's known as a rainbow tone. So, that is insane. I just started doing it. Well, the reason why it's called the rainbow tone is because you're going to resonate the low tone comfortably to the first chakra. And then you raise your voice as you go up to a high comfortable tone, high pitched tone. And that goes through all the chakras, all the colors, which creates rainbows. So I was like, oh wow, that's why it's called rainbow. That's what I've been doing the whole time. That's so cool. But there's one thing that I did different. I yelled these rainbow tones as loud as I can. I'm talking windows down, sunroof open, Broadway. Ah! It's like crazy. Because it felt that good. It felt that good. And doing that, I want to use the analogy of martial arts. It's like throwing a punch. Yeah, you know, scientifically proven, sports science, show. They had a man break 10 bricks. He's freak, he's just wigging out, blood, the veins coming out of his forehead, everything. He's really projecting force, and that's what martial arts, when it comes to discipline and protection and fighting and all stuff, that's what they're learning how to do when they gather energy. They're learning how to gather energy to be able to condense that much force to a small punch, just like Bruce Lee did, to knock someone back and channeling that much energy, so, knock them back 9 feet, a little blow, just like that. And you notice Bruce Lee, he's always screaming, just they fly back. There's exerting that much force. So sound is an important component in being able to exert that much more force, and it's proven that it exerts 30% more force. And you find yourself exerting that much force, or pain, or pleasure, and extreme emotions. Whether you're a football game, basketball game, rock concert, you just feel the energy of that intensity that's so high that you just scream, like, yeah, rock on. Well, sometimes you get a pain and you have to scream just to release the pain. Otherwise, if you don't, your face will turn super red and it feels like your head wants to blow off. So you release pressure in some type of centrifugal way using force. So we're going to do that with our voices. Instead of having to destroy something or having to cheer and give somebody else our energy of joy, we're going to feel that divinity amplified of ourselves. We're going to focus on the truth of our light, of our difference, of why we're here. Everybody has a gift. Everybody has a genius, a signature frequency, a light that they have brought to this planet for a reason. We're going to focus on that. And when you focus on that and you exude and you radiate your voice, which is the most powerful tool that you can actually for your entire body, because it's internal, all of a sudden you're going to find a powerful surge inwards, going inwards and outwards. And you're going to find that what you begin to see in your heart is going to manifest literally in your reality. Like, I want to say magic. It's really, really crazy. Give an example of how it works is when I first started doing this, I didn't have these tools. These things literally manifested, like out of nowhere, because the scientists found me. And I was matching that wavelength of their humanitarian studies, and they just gave it to me. Said, hey, use this. But anyways, before I started doing this, I started noticing synchronicities on steroids. I say steroids because it's amplified. I turned on the TV, or I got a new app on my phone once, just to give you an idea. And it was a HD, TV, television station, international. I could watch movies. And I was testing it. I was like, wow, this is really cool. I can watch HD television from all over the world on my phone. And the movie was Jurassic Park, the first one, where the girl's eating green jello. Remember that part at all? So that 2-minute segment that I saw in HD on my phone, I was excited. Remember, I'm saying excited. I was excited. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'm exuding and anchoring on that light. All of a sudden, the next day, I'm at my friend's house. We're playing video games. And, it's like, this game is old. Let's play the next one. It's just whatever. In that 3-minute break, he's putting in a different game. The TV comes on, and it's that same clip. I'm like, wait a minute, did I dream about it? No, this is deja vu. Wait a minute, this is on my phone. No way. So it has to be the same station, CNN or whatever, TNT. It was on my phone, completely different stations. That was an international station from France. I was like, holy smokes, that is weird. That is so cool. I got even more excited. See, I got so excited And I realized how that happened. As I got excited, it anchored what I was excited about and actually replicated it in the future. I was like, oh my gosh, this is really interesting. So you begin to understand how interdimensional realities work. That's what we're going to play with. Now, I see that concept in everything. I see the concept, that underlying tone of a miracle, begin to manifest in opportunities, in friendships. The same exact concept, synchronicity after synchronicity amplified. I like to use the word steroids because literally it is. It's crazy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a self-blessing. The self-blessing purifies everything within your space and everything outside of you throughout all time and space and throughout all dimensions and realities. And before we do that, we're going to summon. We're going to acknowledge your angels. Everybody has guides. Everybody has ancestors. Everybody has protection, if you will, and guidance. So we're going to acknowledge them, literally, by chanting at first. And when we do that, we're going to feel the presence. So let's do this together. Good. Deep breath. As you acknowledge all the beings of love and light, the source within you. Let us chant Om 5 times, comfortably, deep breath. Feel the focused awareness of all of your guides, all of your angels, looking upon you. For those who can see, you notice that it wasn't just us oming, but all was oming with us. Before we begin the self-blessing, I'd like to demonstrate the rainbow tone. With your eyes closed and your spears, give the command to crystallize the spheres as they spin. For with this sequence, you'll find that we will transcend the speed from the speed of light into the speed of consciousness. Now demonstrate a rainbow tone with the tone Hey to give you an example of how far you can go and how powerful you are. Or you will do the same. As I do this, may you feel this tone. And notice the different pitches and sounds. It's going to be rather loud. But just feel the tone. And notice what happens with this rainbow tone. Now begin. May we all practice doing that together. Hey. Some of you may cough, releasing lots of energy there. The throat also represents karma, that chakra. And if you ever experience trauma, you'll notice that when you do experience trauma, you hold your breath at the throat, where that memory is stored. So you'll find with this technique, you will release lots of karma. And allow yourself to release anything, tears, laughter, whatever it may be. The first tone of the self-blessing is Aleph. Aleph. 3 times, deep breath. The next tone is Daleth. Daleth. Deep breath. The next tone is Noon. Noon. Deep breath. This last tone, Yod. You sing it 3 times, feel all the chakras purifying. All of its space, internally, all 7 layers of each chakra. With Yod, powerfully, make this word count. Yod, deep breath. Nice deep breath. All around you, spinning within your sphere, within every cell, around and through every particle. Feel this pure love and light as the self-blessing is now complete. Throughout all time and space, throughout all realities, all dimensions. All is pure love and light, and all is sacred. For not only did you sing the rainbow tone with the sequence, but all that is sang with us. So you now take 10 deep, fast, full breaths, charging yourself, your love and light. Remember this space. Remember this feeling. As you've transcended into the speed of consciousness. The speed of consciousness travels 109 times faster than the speed of light. As you had done the rainbow tones, you've activated all octaves and all chords within your vocal cords, activating what is known as the lost chords. You've broadened your bandwidth. As you sang with all chords, that bandwidth has stretched out to the furthest edges of the universe throughout all time and space, and within and through all dimensions of reality. Let's now begin with the beacon of light activation. This activation brings you to the sacred heart, deep within your heart. This beacon has always been nestled within your sacred heart, but with your focused awareness, with your intention, we're going to go deep into the heart and activate it in such a way where it is going to amplify your resonance. As you sing each tone, feel yourself going deeper and deeper into your heart. Feel yourself going higher and higher to the infinite mind of the One. And feel yourself getting brighter and brighter as you shed more and more density. The first tone is Hey, deep breath. Hey. As we are transcending into the speed of love, as you go deeper and deeper into your heart, you now see a white door before you. As you see this white door, the next tone, allow this white door become so bright with hey, deep breath. As you feel this white door coursing through you, leaving your body, light in all directions. Notice the sensation as you feel this doorway. Notice the pressure that is leaving your body as you are crystallizing, becoming crystalline as the fears become more condensed. As you feel this door, know that this pressure is crystallizing all that you are, allowing you to retain and hold more energy, more light, amplifying your light quotient. As you're becoming like a diamond, instead of a carbon piece of coal getting pressure going inwards, being put on the coal to create the diamond, feel this pressure leaving your body in this white doorway as it creates the diamond by blowing pressure outwards instead of receiving pressure inwards. That is the magic. That is the beauty of the human body. May you now enter into this door, to your sacred heart. You enter into a white space. In this white space, there may not be walls or a ceiling. Before you, there is a sphere, a crystalline sphere that is level with your heart, that is pearlescent. You place the last tone, Yod, in this sphere. As you sing this tone, the sphere will become brighter and brighter, brighter than any star in the universe. Yod. Deep breath. Yod. The beacon of light is now activated. As you feel your beacon, notice the resonance, the pure love and light, the purest rays of creation. Let's now take 10 deep, fast, full breaths, supercharging our entire being with pure love and light. As you feel the bliss, the pure joy that emanates from this beacon. Feel the flow as it beams in all directions, leaving your body. Feel the pressure of the pure love and light, washing away all density. Be amused by the spectrums of light and all the colors that exist within the neutral of white. Allow yourself to daydream in this space. Give yourself permission to be curious and explore your sacred heart, for here you have many mansions. Here in the white space, beaming from this beacon of yours, is the light of awareness, allowing you to see all the different textures of vibrations that exist within your inner realms of the Sacred Heart. You are invited to meditate, to hold your attention in this space throughout your daily life. For here you'll be visited. As you take a look around you, notice the silhouettes of others, as many are present. Notice your front line of guides who are always with you, for they've always been here in this space. Let us take this moment to send love and light with our beacons to all those of whom we love and care for. Deep breath. In a moment of silence, may you feel the reflection of the light that you give them with the beacon. For in the reflection, there is a message. For in this space, you may speak the language of light. May you now take this moment to look upon Mother Earth in this white space. And may you send love and light from the beacon, allowing her to be the brightest star in the universe and all of her children. A deep breath. May you notice her reflection. She gives you thanks, gratitude, appreciation. And as you see Mother Earth, may you zoom in on your physical body. Zooming in on Mother Earth to the exact location of where your physical body is sitting. As you see your physical body, may you beam from the beacon your beacon, to your physical body, is pure love and light, the highest rays. Allowing your body to become so bright that you can't even recognize who you are. As you're supercharging like the beacon, all of your energetic systems within the physical body, from the white space. Notice what is happening to your body. Notice what you feel in these sensations. As you're receiving love and light from yourself, practicing giving and receiving to yourself, as you love yourself. Love is the most powerful force. It is the most powerful source for amplification. And now, when you condense all that light, leaving your body looking gold-plated, condensing all that light into a sphere within your chest. Deep breath. Unifying all chakras. As you zoom in on this sphere, it's like the size of a cantaloupe. It looks like a sphere within a sphere within a sphere within a sphere inwards. Completely. Unifying all chakras, all channels, having one channel, a clear channel, to the sacred heart, to your beacon. Feel the unified heart chakra. May you sigh, ah, 3 times. Deep breath. Now, maybe take 10 deep, fast, full breaths, charging the unified heart, beacon. And feel the unified heart, radiating the beacon, the sacred heart. Notice the emergence of the unified heart, of the heart of the divine creator of all that is. For the beacon is truly the heart of the divine of all that is. With your heart, in oneness, physically. As you're still looking upon your physical body within the space of the sacred heart, allow yourself to recognize the interdimensional communication with yourself, your light body, your sound body. As you are seeing your physical self with your light body, the awareness of your light body, may you now merge, be aware of your light body, as if you can see your light body and your physical body, seeing both bodies. May you merge both bodies now as you step into your physical body. Deep breath. And with your light body, see the beacon, your beacon, within the heart space of the light body. And feel the integration, the internalization of your light body, your spirit, your higher self, your soul, fully integrated. May you intone the divine name, 4 vowels, E-I-O-A, 7 times, unifying all bodies. E-I-O-A, comfortably, deep breath. Feel the unified body of the whole in oneness, radiating the beacon. As you have your attention in the sacred heart, in the still point, the 0 point with your beacon. Let us now feel gratitude and appreciation as we give thanks to all beings who are with us here now. Simply just by feeling gratitude and appreciation, you're honoring with deep respect and giving thanks to all that is. May you now send love and light into the beacon, blessing all that is within the beacon, for all that is exists within the heart of the source of all that is. In the beacon, with Om, one time, comfortably. That you would just bless all that is, begin to shower upon you. For which you send within, you receive without. As you hold your attention in this space, you are in a higher realm of the heavens within yourself. As you hold your attention here, practicing holding your attention here with your eyes open, seeing both places, the physical and this space, in the moment at once, you will notice that you will be bridging heaven to earth. As your reality will shift, transform into what may seem as heaven on earth, as you are the bridge. You are invited to play, holding your attention in this space, and you will find that the ideas that you see in this space that are given to you from the source of all that is will literally manifest before you in the physical with your eyes open, more sooner than you think. May we now leave the circle, the portal open for this activation is guided to me by the archangels to be left open. As you walk around with this beacon activated, there is a sequence to close it. The archangel said that at this point in time, it is important to leave it open for all. For when you walk around, let this ceremony continue. For life is a ceremony, and every act is a ritual, for all is sacred. You breathe your eyes open. You're still there. We are still there. Together, oneness. May we receive. I'd like to invite the Diksha blessing givers to bless us, if you will, if you may, if you'd like, to assist with grounding.